Police are pulling over a known drug dealer named Andres Ramirez for a simple illegal turn. It looks like a routine traffic stop, but it's a strategic trap.
In the fucking car! Put your hands up! Get him up! Get your hands up! On the car! Driver! Get your hands up!
Inside his car, they find the key evidence to solve the brutal murder of a young woman found days earlier, discarded in a plastic tub.
He went to take some trash, found a blue tub with a female body in it.
This is your dumpster, your house?
It's my dumpster, my house.
The search for her killer was a race against time that began with a single clue, a set of distinctive tattoos on an anonymous victim. It would lead investigators to unravel the double life of a young mother, confront a suspect whose interrogation was a masterclass in deception, and uncover the horrifying truth of this brutal murder.
Well, tell me why you think we're here like this, and why you think the traffic stop went down like that.
I think maybe y'all have somebody being killed.
I'd say you're probably right on track.
I saw a blue tub in my trash can, and I said, why would my wife throw a tub away? I was looking for my tax information. I pulled it back, and I saw a dead woman in there. I don't know who it is. I ran away as soon as I saw it.
Okay, we have the ambulance, and we have officers on their way over there, okay? If you could just stay in the area and flag them down, okay?
Okay, I don't have to see it again, do I?
No, you do not. Just go somewhere over to the side and wait for the officer, okay?
1015 Cactus Lane, 1015 Cactus Lane, subject 1042 in a dumpster.
He went to take some trash, found a blue tub with a female body in it.
514 or so.
514, go ahead.
You can go ahead and have on-call CID en route.
514, sir.
515 SO, show me 1023 also, please.
Hi.
515, sir.
You have any idea who that is? This is your dumpster, your house?
I was looking for my tax information.
Yeah.
And I reached in there. I was like, why would my wife throw a tub away? You know, we keep the tubs. And so I was like, maybe she threw my stuff in there. And so I pulled it back, and
This is your dumpster, your house?
It's my dumpster, my house. I freaked out.
When's the last time you were out here?
Just now.
Okay. But before that, I'm going to try to get an idea about how long she's been in there.
I've been outside maybe
When's the last time?
Hours ago.
When's the last time you actually checked the dumpster for anything, or to dump stuff? How long has it been?
I'll have to ask my wife because I haven't done it.
You haven't done it in how long?
Friday's last time they picked it up. I haven't.
You haven't seen it since Friday.
My wife's thrown stuff in there though.
Okay.
I can call her and ask her.
Yeah, that would be good. And I'm gonna get all your information.
Actually, I think she threw stuff away. Possibly, yes.
Inside the container was a scene straight out of a nightmare. A body, shot in the head, wrapped in a filthy bedsheet. The ankles were bound tightly with white nylon rope, and a bottle of Pine Glow had been tossed in with her, as if to mask the stench or erase the evidence. She had been crammed inside like garbage. Whoever did this didn't just want her dead, they wanted her erased.
Now it's hard to tell. This is one of the missing girls we got. Cat came out missing March 17th. The other one's got blonde hair. I'm trying to scroll through her Facebook page, see if I can get that up.
I didn't see the face or anything, but that looked like the hair.
Yeah, light complected too. This is one of the missing females. The other one's blonde.
I didn't see her. You might show Andy, because I didn't see the body at all.
This is the Facebook photo of the first missing person that was reported. That went away. That hair's kind of light, but it's light complected Hispanic.
Yeah, color means nothing to a female.
They probably do need to break the tape.
That's what I'm
Mexican or Oriental? Hispanic, light complected.
Could be. I mean, she will.
The investigation began immediately, and the first, most urgent question was, who was the victim? There was no ID, no phone, Her body had been stripped of anything that could identify her. But there were still clues. Beneath the bruises, investigators noticed several distinct tattoos. The victim was identified as 24-year-old Camille Garcia. Now the case had a name, but the bigger question remained. Who wanted Camille erased so badly that they threw her away like she'd never mattered? Camille Garcia was born on July 1st, 1993 in Odessa, Texas. To her family and friends, she was simply Cammy. Camille was an artist, creative, expressive, and full of life. She loved to paint and had a passion for music, especially singing and rapping. But behind her tough exterior was a soft heart. Cammy was fiercely loyal, always showing up for the people she loved, even when she had nothing left to give. A single mother of 3, Camille took a leap of faith and moved from Midland to San Angelo, hoping for a fresh start near her mom. But that fresh start didn't last. After being evicted, survival became her priority. What started as couch hopping soon turned into living on the streets, and the streets pulled her into something darker, drugs and gangs. Her family knew this woman as Cammy, but the streets came to know her as C-Doll.
She always kept it real. She was actually a good friend, because she lost everything. She just went downhill from there and decided to live the street life. She was a good mom. She always cared for her kids. She always had them on her, make sure they were good and, fed and everything.
Was she involved in any gangs?
No. I mean, I know people are judging her and stuff just because she has tattoos and she likes to throw up signs. I know her, I know she doesn't really know what she's doing,
It didn't take long for detectives to suspect that Camille's death was rooted in domestic violence. The way that her body had been wrapped up in a blanket, it felt personal. Camille didn't have a fixed address, which made tracking her final movements difficult. Detectives needed to know where she had been staying and who she had been staying with. Then, an unexpected call gave them a glimpse into Camille's world.
Hello?
Is this Harley?
Yes, sir.
The sergeant online with the sheriff's office. I was told to call you.
Yes, sir. I don't have too much information for you, sir. I really don't.
A little bit helps right now. Can you?
Yes, sir. I haven't seen or talked to her in a while. The last time I seen her, I was living on Avenue V in the barrio, and she stayed with me a couple of times, but she got upset with me because this person that she put on Facebook, she put his nickname or whatever, and I guess he got arrested or something, and she's free, they call him they're Hector and Lopez, Danny Lopez. And she put him, Danny Lopez, out there about him being arrested, free my homeboy, blah, blah, blah. And I commented on there, and I'm because, just not that he wasn't good. I mean, but that's all I know, officer.
Okay.
Because I didn't see her no more after that. She blocked me from Facebook because she got mad at me because I said that, and
do you know of anybody else that she may have gone to stay with after she stayed with you?
I really don't know. She started meeting, I guess, a lot of people here, and meeting a lot of people when she was living there at those apartments, you know what I mean? And then she was introduced to meth, amphetamine, and she was just started hanging around the wrong crowd, and that's why I know she got upset with me with this guy when I told her about, he's bad news,
Mm-hmm.
And then from there she just vanished, I couldn't tell you exactly who she started hanging out with because I had to start parting myself from, those kind of people.
But in Camille's world, talking to the police could cost you everything. Snitching wasn't just frowned upon, it was dangerous. Still, the detectives pushed forward, trying to untangle Camille's lifestyle from the dead ends. Then, another message came in.
Sergeant Sanders.
Sanders. I'd rather stay anonymous, but I saw Miss Garcia maybe 3 or 4 days ago and she's been hanging out on the south side of San Angelo. Yes, sir. I know her, and like I said, I'd rather not. I'm kind of from the neighborhood, so I'd rather not say to get my address. But I know she was also hanging out with a guy. I don't know his real name, but they call him Machine or Little Machine. But like I said, I have no idea what his real name is.
But one anonymous tip wasn't enough. Hearsay wouldn't hold up in court. They needed solid leads, so they kept digging. Eventually, a familiar name surfaced. Gilbert Hernandez. Camille had been seen with him, and one officer even recognized a photo of the two together.
The last time that you saw her?
Well, it was either the 8th or the 15th that she went to the house, and it was about 3 or 4 in the morning. And that's when she tells me that that dude, Little Machine, had her in his house, and he wouldn't let her leave, and that she had to play it off and act cool with him so she could go. And she kept looking around. She kept saying, "Let me find me. He didn't kill."
His real name? Andres Rios Ramirez, a known drug dealer, a repeat offender. Further investigation revealed what they'd feared. Camille and Andres had been romantically involved. Andreas' home was quietly placed under surveillance. They didn't want to tip him off. If he sensed the heat, he could destroy evidence or vanish completely. So they waited. And then he slipped up. While tailing him, officers watched Andres make an illegal turn. It was just enough to justify pulling him over, making it look like a routine traffic stop.
In the fucking car! Put your hands up! Get him up! Get your hands up! Hands up on the car! Driver! Get your hands up! Put them up on the car! Put your hands Put your hands up. You need to get out and you need to spread out on the ground. Spread out on the ground! Car's clear. There you go.
But what detectives discovered during the search of Andres' car would turn the case on its head.
You got any firearms, anything like that? Knife? Where's your gun on? Where's it at?
It's back in the trunk.
In your trunk?
Yeah, match.
Go. What kind of gun is it? He just told me, let me talk to her. Told me it was a 9mm in the back of this hatch.
He told me he just told Grayson.
With cause to search the vehicle, detectives popped the trunk. And there it was, an unregistered 9mm Smith & Wesson. For someone with Andreas' record, possession alone was a serious offense. But that wasn't all. Inside the car, they also found bottles of cleaning supplies and dried bloodstains, clearly visible on the interior door handles. That was enough. Andres Rios Ramirez, 32, was taken into custody and brought in for interrogation. Now, the real questions would begin. And if Andres had anything to hide, he was running out of time.
I introduced myself earlier as Sergeant Allwine with the Sheriff's Office.
Sergeant Corey Speck.
What's your name?
Andres. Andres? Okay. Nice to meet you, man. Andrew. Andrew?
Yes,
Okay.
Hey, that's my name.
Is that your name?
That is my name.
We're good. No, we're good. Shut the door? Yeah, shut the door, please.
So, Andrew, you got stopped today and said that there was a weapon in your vehicle.
Yes, sir. I admitted when there was arrest.
Okay. Well, you're in custody, you know that, right?
Yes, sir.
You're under arrest right now. They arrest you for the driver's license
yes,
right
sir.
now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, but so just because you're under arrest, before I can talk to you and ask you any questions, I got to read your rights, okay? So what did you want to speak with me about when we were out there on the scene? Said you wanted to speak with who was in charge. Well, that's Sergeant Speck and I.
Yeah, man, I was, kind of weird how these numbers, they say the numbers don't lie, right?
Sometimes.
What else don't lie?
I don't know.
Say real lies. Real lies, real lies, real lies.
Okay. Realize.
Did you catch that?
No, I did not. You're going to have to explain that to me.
Real lies.
Real lies?
Real lies. Real lies. Real lies.
Mm-hmm.
Real lies.
Okay.
Real lies, okay.
So tell me what you're getting at, man. Why don't we start off with the traffic stop? Why don't we start there? Okay. You said you know what it's all about, and you wanted to speak to the person in charge.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are.
So
we're basically here for you, buddy. We want to know what you wanted to speak about.
While being arrested, Andres kept insisting on speaking with a supervisor, something that isn't common with an arrest like this. This raised eyebrows, as it was clear that he suspected that this wasn't just about the firearm. And, judging by how many officers surrounded him during what looked like a simple traffic stop, it didn't take long for Andres to realize that there was more to it, and the police knew more than they were letting on.
What is there that y'all have, I guess, in line of what I would say is in my life? My life has always been controlled, it seems, by the state, man. You wouldn't even understand. This guy probably wouldn't understand, unless he was one of them. Dudley's that you? Yeah, they've been getting pretty good with Hollywood down here, too. Or unless, look at this guy. Y'all wouldn't happen to have some water or something?
Absolutely.
I'll get some water. I'll back.
We can get you some water.
I appreciate it.
Notice the way Andres is talking? That coded, evasive language wasn't random. It was a stalling tactic. Either he was trying to figure out exactly what the police knew, or he was attempting to paint himself as mentally unstable, setting the stage for a future defense in court. But Andres was in for a big surprise.
I mean, think about it. Alphabet. Tony, how many letters?
26.
24?
I think it's 26, isn't it?
Oh, Greek? What's the last letter in the alphabet? Actual, it depends on how you take it, English, you know what I mean? So
let's focus back on today.
Right.
You're going a little far out there for me.
No, that was
on the alphabet. I'm not even sure how many letters are really there.
Exactly. It's like all in the naming and shit, man. It's just like what people have added to it and shit. Like you don't see it how, you know what I mean? Like you know, it's serious, bro. It's like, you know, fuck, man. It's crazy.
You seem a little nervous today, man. Just a little bit. You're a little high strung.
I mean, nervous, yeah. I guess it would all intake how you could take control of, I guess, the scene, or you know what I mean? I guess you would say vibe, man. You know.
Oh, I'm getting that vibe from you that you got some anxiety going on.
You see what I mean? But like anxiety, as far as anxiety, what is your definition of an anxiety?
Of anxiety? What's your definition of anxiety?
I mean, that's what we would all go all the way down to, like what you've learned and you know what I mean? Is it like wrong? Is it right? You know what I mean? Like, you know, I've come down to all that shit, man. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, like, you know what I mean? So I just like live my life the way I live it. You know what I mean? And I can't say like, and I ain't trying to take away from it or add to it. Like, you know what I mean? And it's the truth, man. You know what I mean? So you gotta stop bullshitting with me and go ahead.
I'm not bullshitting with you, brother. There ain't no bullshit here.
All right.
You said
there's no bullshit with me either.
Right
so
on. You said you want to talk, man. I'm here to listen. I'm hoping that we can get to the reason you wanted to talk.
Yeah, man. So I guess some of this bullshit or whatever I've happened to be put into or got brought my way.
What kind of bullshit? What was brought your way?
Everything.
Like?
My life.
Okay.
I mean, come on now, man. Just from the beginning, like you know what I mean? It seems like you know, like been watched like fucking constantly, man. Like, you know what I mean? And it seems like I know this shit from the beginning, you know what I mean? And I just go about my business and fucking, man, dude, it's crazy, dude. Shit.
Detectives saw through the act. They knew Andres was trying to dodge, redirect, and distract. And they let him. Letting him talk freely was the plan all along, because the more he rambled, the more they could gather. He thought he was in control. He wasn't. Unknown to Andres, his tactic was about to play against him in his own game.
Well, tell me why you think we're here like this and why you think the traffic stop went down like that.
I think maybe y'all have something to do with something that happened. As in maybe even somebody being killed.
I'd say you're probably right on track. I'd say that's the most intelligent thing you've said since we walked in. You were right on.
You could have been, you know what I mean, that from the beginning, like, you know what I mean? You had to even cause your scene and all like this. Yeah, I don't, you know.
Are you familiar with what we're trying to look into?
Yeah, possibly very familiar or at some type of,
let's talk about
vision,
it.
Yeah.
Let's get it out there. Tell me about your vision. Tell me about what you think we're here for, why you think we need to talk about it.
I think maybe y'all are trying to investigate something that happened to somebody, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And somehow, I guess maybe I have a tie to her, or is in, you know what I mean? So,
who's that somebody? What's her name to you? She goes by many different names.
Man, I've known her, I guess C-Doll, that's
C-Doll?
Yes.
C-Doll, Cash, Cammy, something like that.
That's the thing though, man. I've never, you know what I mean? There's you know what I mean? I guess a dude that she's with or something, you know, supposedly that, you know. I don't know, man. She's with everybody, it seems like, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, right down the road is one of the main parts where she comes from where I stay. My brother, right down the street from right there, man. The corner, you can't miss it, you know. They're always right there. You know, that's from where I know her from, where I've seen her walk to and things like that. So,
what do you think happened to Cammy? What do you want to tell me about it?
As far as
I can see and hear things that in your speech that you want to talk about it.
Right. I mean, as far as I know, man, I don't know, you know what I mean, anything about the girl or anything like that, but let's just say that from what I know of her, like, it's never been like something normal or anything like that. Like, I don't know how to put it to you, or I don't know how to explain to you, like. But the times that she's come around, like, you know how I met her, I don't even like really know her. You know what I mean? She's my brother's friends. You know what I mean? Two of my brothers, that's her friends or whatever, right?
While Andres continued dancing around the questions, another interview was happening just down the hall. His brother, Ruben, had been with him during the arrest, and both men had been taken into custody. Detectives needed to establish ownership of the gun, so Ruben was also brought in for interrogation. Unknown to Andres, every word that he said was being weighed against Ruben's story.
You were with your brother when you were stopped.
What do you mean?
Were you in the passenger seat?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, just right now. Recently.
Yeah. I wasn't here, and I just got in from out of town.
Oh, okay.
So I'm behind the curve.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was he driving or you driving?
He was driving.
He was driving.
Yeah, he used to pick me up from my girlfriend's house.
Ah. Whose car?
My dad's.
It was your dad's car. Okay. Now, do you know that we're looking into the death of Camille?
Pretty sure y'all were.
Yeah.
I knew y'all.
Okay. How do you know Camille?
I met her through one of my cousins down in Midland, I believe.
Yeah, because she's kind of from Midland.
Yeah.
Okay. So when do you think you met her?
No, I met her at her house. Because it was a long time ago, over a year ago.
Yeah.
And then I introduced her to my brother.
Yes.
And
they got
together.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. You know?
Yeah. And you call her Cammy? That was
Cammy.
Was she a sweet girl? Tell me what kind of girl she was.
She's very sweet. Like, I don't know. She was very outgoing. Sort of she had a face to say, whatever.
Right.
Pretty much like that too, you know.
Right.
I don't really know much about her, really, you know.
I got you. Okay. And so the last time you saw her was about 2 weeks ago, and she's with your brother.
Yes, sir.
Where were they?
Tied up in the bed.
Yeah. So let's talk about today. How long were you with your brother?
It's like 20 minutes. I got there like 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
Okay. So you just got in the car with him?
Yeah, he just came taking her out the street to get some cigars.
Now, there was a gun in there. A 9. What do you know about that 9?
Wasn't mine. I know that. That's the shit.
Wasn't your 9mm?
It's not mine.
Your prints and stuff are not.
No, I'm not afraid. I can go buy it. I know all along.
Yeah.
If it's not registered to me, it's not mine.
Did Andre say, is it his gun?
I'm not sure. I didn't even know he had a gun. Like I told the officer earlier, I said, I did not know. He goes, "Sir, good. Is there any kind of weapons? Is there any kind of?" I said, I don't know. I don't have one. You're checking now, I told him. I don't have one, like you said, where do I come from? I just came from the store right there. He just barely showed up. I had a couple of change in my pocket. That's why he gave me that change too for some cigarettes.
Yeah. It was just you and him in the car.
Yes, sir.
So now they said there was paint in that car also.
Yeah. I seen that too.
Yeah.
I seen that too recently.
What's the story with that?
What do you mean?
Well, what was he painting?
Who?
Well, whose car was it? Andres?
I guess the driver.
Yeah.
I don't know where he came from, or painting, or what that was about.
Is there any painting that needs to be done in your house?
Oh yeah, all day. Yeah, I mean, it needs to be all remodeled. I mean, we're slowly remodeling it still, as we can. Yeah.
If he said he saw her a couple of days ago, like maybe Monday, is that possible?
Him?
Yeah.
Nah, because he told me we ain't seen her about the same amount, like 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, no, I was listening to the interview a while ago. He was telling me that he saw her like on Monday.
This Monday?
This past Monday.
What's today?
Today's Wednesday.
So last Monday, it's almost 2 weeks?
No. Dude, 3 days ago.
This last Monday would have been 2 days ago.
No, 2 days ago.
Oh, last Monday. Oh,
yeah.
This last Monday.
Oh, this last Monday, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Today's Wednesday.
You said about 2 weeks ago.
You guys have a pretty close relationship?
Yeah.
Was it romantic or?
Yeah, they were having sex.
Off and on, I guess.
Yeah. In fact, that's what he said. They're having sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never had sex with him.
How long have they known each other?
Probably like maybe about 3 months, maybe not even 2 months. 2 or 3 months.
And while Ruben tried his best not to implicate his brother, dodging key questions and hesitating when pressed, he still gave the detectives something useful. He confirmed what they needed to hear. Andres and Camille were, in fact, in a relationship. That alone was enough to keep things running.
Anyways, yeah, like, as far as I've known her, man, like, I've not known her for very long. Like, a couple times I've run into her and things like that, you know, and she seems like she comes all over the neighborhood, you know, down right there, you know, across the street, you know, over here, like, you know, and shit, I see everything, man.
Up till this point, Camille had just been a name in conversation. But that changed when detectives placed her photo in front of Andres, reintroducing her as a person, a tactic used to humanize the victim and trigger emotion or guilt in the suspect. But unknown to Andres, this was a test, and his single glance, or lack of it, said far worse than his words have.
Man. Shit. And so what's up? What's the question on her?
Yeah, man, you know the questions on her we're gonna have. We want to know your relationship with her. We want to know how long you've known her. You want to start there? We've kind of gone over it just a little bit. I'd like to rehash it with you. How long you've known Cammie?
I haven't known her that long, or at least as in like talking to her. You know, I still that doesn't. I can't how to say brief who she is or anything like that. I can't really.
Yeah, man, I'm not asking for a psychological analysis.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to get. I wish I could give you all that, like you know.
No, man,
I
I don't need that. All I need is how long have you known her? You give me a time frame about how long first time you spoke to her till now.
2 months, man.
About 2 months?
I would say about 2 months, 3 months, maybe.
Okay. When's the first time y'all became sexually involved?
Never, like, really, man. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you told me y'all
yeah,
did
but that was like, they're not the one, like, you know what I mean? Or like, maybe she was just in it for wrong reason, and that was the reason we should come around and shit, man. And I don't buy that shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm on my business and shit, and the way things work. Like, come on now.
Y'all smash or not?
I mean, yeah, but it wasn't like nothing like that. Like, you wouldn't think, you know what I mean? Come on, man.
Come on, you're a dude.
You either do it or you don't.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But then so.
But there's nothing to it. I mean, but you did it. You did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's the last time?
I would say probably about a month ago.
A month ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did that happen at?
Where did that happen at?
Mm-hmm.
It happened at my house.
See, what we're trying to do is, you know,
I know what you're trying to do.
We're trying to put together Cammy's history.
Okay.
Everybody that's been involved with her,
And
we're trying to talk.
okay, so pretty much like what the hell and you know what I mean, goes like, you know what I mean? It's already way beyond fucking blown up into, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they've already come from the beginning. So why don't we just go ahead and get down to like all that shit and like really like what's going on and shit like that.
Well, you know we found Cammy dead.
Okay. And where is this and what and like tell me.
So we're tracking down everybody that's ever been involved with her.
And it seems like I must be the first one or somebody or...
It's been a long day. You're not the first one.
Oh, no. All right. That's good. That's a lot better.
So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to hash out everybody she's been around.
All right.
So let's talk about her. You say y'all had sex at your house about a month ago. When's the last time she was at your house?
She was at my house about, I say, over a week ago.
Over a week
about
ago?
A week ago.
What was she doing there?
Coming to get high.
Coming to get high?
Yeah, man.
Y'all get high?
No. I mean, I was getting high and shit, but you know what I mean? It's not like you come over here just to smoke my shit, man. You know?
Did you get her high?
I might have gave her some. I might have, you know what I mean? I think I might have gave her some dope or something. I guess, you know what I mean? I can't really...
Oh, you can say she's a pretty girl. That's fine.
You don't think so?
What is y'all think? Or what y'all
She had beautiful eyes. You don't think so?
Kind of like my cousin. I don't know. His guy's like, that's crazy.
Kind of looks like what?
My cousin.
Yeah. They don't look like Cito to you?
Yeah, it does. But I'm saying that looks like my cousin too. It's crazy.
All right, man.
Because I can show you a picture. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, look, this is what I was telling you about. And you can kind of resemble it. Yeah. You can see it resemblance. It's crazy.
All right.
Yeah, let's go print that out real quick.
I'll take him outside and let him smoke real quick.
I'll print that deal out and then we'll hit the road. Sound good, man?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to put handcuffs on you.
Can we put them on in the
Sure. Good.
Seeing Andre still has his guard up, withholding more than he was saying, the detectives extend a rare courtesy, a cigarette break. It wasn't routine, but it was strategic. Nicotine, they knew, can ease nerves and loosen lips. And this time, Andreas took the bait. What he doesn't know is that this little break was about to reveal more than the interrogation ever did.
Yeah, man, today's been a weird day. That's sure. Here, tuck this one behind your ear.
So, what goes on as far as this investigation?
Well, you know by now we're trying to see if you're involved in it.
All right.
Yeah. So that's what we're trying to determine right now is, what level of involvement. We appreciate your cooperation. That gives us a good hint, that you're willing to help yourself out, willing to talk about it. We hope that it keeps going that way. What do you think about it?
Shoot, I mean, there's a lot more than I know. Come to me, like I said, man, like, if I was to sit down and then fucking explain it all to you, bro, it'd probably like blow your mind and you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, seriously? Like, I'd be like, yeah, dude, and it's like, it wasn't, you know what I mean? It's like the shit that's been after me and like, it comes down to the fucking money and everything, bro. It's crazy. It's fucking.
Well, you know what? I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it without.
Yeah.
See anything bad with Cammy? Yeah. What'd you see bad with her?
Evil, bro.
Evil? What kind of evil she has going on?
She tried killing me.
She tried killing you? Why'd she try killing you?
I don't know, but she was after.
How long ago was this?
Wow.
A while ago?
Yeah.
What reason would she have to try to kill you?
I don't know that it's that, or maybe because I wasn't giving her what she wanted, the truth, from behind y'all. Like
Do you have anything to do with Cammy's murder?
No, sir, not necessarily.
Not necessarily?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly. I mean, shit.
Come on, man. That's what we're trying to get down to.
You would think. Would you think? I mean, come on now, man. Think about it, man.
I can't think about it. I'm not in your shoes, brother.
Exactly. Y'all got me under it. And it seems like, you know what I mean? I want to get down to it too, man. Like, y'all wouldn't even know what the fuck, like, is going on and, like, all that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you put yourself in my shoes, man. This shit's crazy. And it's, like, nothing that I ever wished for or anything like that. It's just shit that's come my ways, man.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Cammie didn't wish for it.
Nah.
She didn't wish for what didn't happen to her.
Unknown to Andres, he was about to regret ever agreeing to light that cigarette. His responses don't help his case. The gun found in his car matched that used in shooting Camille. His involvement was now clear, but to what extent is exactly where the police were stuck. Until they got the shock of their lives.
Before we start again, you good on your water? You want some more?
Alright, man. You know we're going to try to... You and I talked about it when we were outside. I mean, you got the drift. We're trying to find out if you have any involvement in the way she ended up.
Right.
Us finding her like we did.
Right.
You mentioned to me that, yeah, maybe there was some involvement with how she ended up.
I said maybe some involvement, like as in, like maybe what I would know or how, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily get the exact word, you know what I mean, what you're getting at, or...
Well, she was murdered.
Right.
Do you have any involvement in that?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. How were you involved in her murder?
I guess I would say we had an argument and things wasn't going exactly her way. And like I said, I'm not the person that, you know what I mean? She comes and goes as she pleases, and whenever she came inside or whatever, she already had what she had in mind, and it seemed like I went inside of the couch and she did what she did or whatever, and I don't know, man, but things didn't exactly go her way, and she started saying something to me, and it's like, that, you know, like, and I'm like, what the fuck you gonna do? And I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And she had a knife, you know what I mean? And like, you know, she was already trying to come at me and shit, man, you know?
Right.
And I'm like, damn, and like I said, man, I had, you know, the gun and shit, man, and, you know, and it was never, never, man, I would, you know, never thought, man, and that was like, you know, it's like, and I'm like, man, chill, you know what I mean? Like, it's like she came at me and shit, man. She was trying to fucking rip off my necklace and shit, you know, and everything, and so I'm like, man, chill, you know what I mean? Chill, and like all of a sudden, like she just like, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to like, you know, like trying to restrain her, you know what I mean? Just to like, you know what I mean? And I'm telling her, man, put the fucking knife down, man. Put the knife down, you know what I mean? I like, you know, and she was like, come on, motherfuckers. And I'm like, what? I'm like, nah, man, just stop. Like stop, right? And she's not stopping. She's like, fucking, I don't know, man, but like, fucking arms and shit, like, start twisting and shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and like, she's like, bleh. And I'm like, what the fuck? Nah, man, chill. Like, hey, stop. Like, you know what I mean? Stop. Like, and she's like, just like coming at me like fucking like crazy, man. You know what I mean? It's like everything that I had, man. And like, you know what I mean? Like it was like I couldn't no more, man. And I'm trying everything, bro. I'm trying, you know what I mean? My life, like I'm like, what the fuck? Like, nah, man. You know what I mean? The something ain't real. Like, you know what I mean? And like it was like crazy because like the way her body and shit is like, you know, like I'm trying to hold her down, but like, her fucking like the hips and like the back is like coming up, like lifting me up, like fucking. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, chill, man, chill. You know what I mean? And like all of like fucking like that night, you know what I mean? Like come like that, man. And luckily, you know what I mean? When I had, you know, right there, man, you know, I didn't know anything else. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's fucking, you know. Yeah. I pulled the trigger.
You shot her?
Yeah.
Where'd you shoot her at?
I shot her right there at the house.
Which house?
My house.
Where did you shoot her on her body?
Inside.
No, on her body.
Inside of her head.
The side of her head?
Yes, sir.
Though Andres has confessed to killing Camille, he framed it as self-defense. But the detectives weren't buying it one bit. Andres had no visible injuries or proof to support his claim. Since detectives know that reacting too soon will shut him down, and that they need a more detailed confession, they decide to patronize his lies, encouraging him to talk, knowing that the more he tries to justify his story, the more likely he is to sabotage his own defense.
Did she get you with a knife or anything? She hurt you at all?
Nah, she didn't hurt me at all or nothing, man. It's just...
I mean, literally, are you okay? If she had a knife, I need to...
Yeah, she had a knife on her, man. But like I said, when the way things happen and shit, like, I didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? I didn't want to tell nobody nothing and shit. And I'm like, dude, like, this shit ain't right. You know what I mean? Looking at her, I want to, like, look at her, man. You know what I mean? But, like, when I did, like, her shit was like fucking, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Something is not right, dude. Something was not right. Like,
y'all been getting high or something, or what was the deal? Can you walk me back through that backstory?
I mean, as far as getting high, man, like, I hadn't seen her. I hadn't, like, that's what you don't understand. Like, I don't ever, like, when I see her, like, she just comes in and just, like, you know, I could fucking even think, you know what I mean? Like, be thinking of this shit and, like, just fucking crazy shit would happen and she'll just show up out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, out of fucking nowhere, bro. And, like, you know what I mean? And, like, the people that she says, like, she was, like, fucking, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like, 1 minute she'll be there and then the next fucking she'll just be split gone.
That doesn't sound like a normal person.
Exactly. You know?
When did this all happen, man?
This happened, shit. It's already been a long time ago.
Like, how long ago?
Like, I guess whenever y'all would say, I don't know. Probably, I don't know, days ago, I guess, whenever, I don't know. I wouldn't exactly say.
Today's Wednesday.
Probably about 3 or 4 days ago, I would say.
3 or 4 days ago?
I'd say about 3 or 4 days ago, possibly.
Okay.
4 or 5 days.
That's a long time compared to what I see on her body. I look at her body we saw yesterday, and it doesn't look like it happened 4 or 5 days ago. It looked like it happened either yesterday, probably yesterday.
Mm.
You think that's possible?
I don't think it was yesterday, no.
You don't think so?
No, sir.
Okay. We can work on that. We'll work on that here in just a second. Let's go with you. Nobody's calling you. You're wondering what the fuck to do. You're sitting there. How did the body get out of your house, man?
I took it.
Okay. How did you get it out of your house?
You know what I mean? Put in the deal and fucking.
What's the deal? I don't understand what the deal is.
In a blanket.
What kind of blanket?
Just regular wrapped up blue blanket. There was all kinds of them in there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I just wanted to have everything. Man, I know what the fuck. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, this shit is not right. Like, you know what I mean? And like, what I would like wanted, you know what I mean? People to like, you know, it's like, nah, man.
Okay.
Like that. Like,
you wrapped her up in a blanket, and then what'd you do with her?
And I put her inside the deal in the car.
What's the deal?
In the car.
What did you put her inside of?
Inside of a bin.
A bin? What color is your bin? Blue bin?
Yeah.
Did you put anything around that bin?
No, besides just the covers that she was in and stuff like that, whatever. You know.
Tape it or tie it or anything?
I did try to keep the deal around it, you know what I mean? So
what was the deal?
It was a rope.
A little rope? What kind of rope? A white rope?
Yeah.
And what color was the blanket?
There was one that was gray. There was probably one that was black. There was probably one that was like, I don't know, different colors and still like a suede-ish color, you know.
How many shots did you fire?
I didn't even want to fire one.
I understand.
Though.
Just one shot?
I mean, shit. You know, man. Come on.
I do.
Stop bullshitting.
But I'm not trying to bullshit you, Andres.
Right.
Brother, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to do anything. What I'm here to do is just get you to tell me your side of the story.
And that's the thing, though, man.
So it's one shot?
That was it.
Were you in front of her? Were you beside her? Behind her? How was this?
Yeah, I was.
Can you stand up and show me?
I was on the side of her.
Can you stand up and show me?
Yeah.
If I'm her.
What follows is one of the most incriminating steps that Andres takes. The detectives ask him to demonstrate the incident. It's used to clarify inconsistencies, but in court, this could carry devastating weight. Once recorded, it becomes hard evidence. And if his movements don't match his story, he has just built a solid case against himself. The moment Andreas begins this, there is no walking back.
And right, hey, this is my left side, this is my right side.
Right.
Where was she standing?
Like she was already coming like
coming right here.
Yeah, she was already like coming towards me. You know what I mean? And so like what I you know what I mean? Like what I did like you know what I mean? I like pushed her back like this way. You know what I mean?
Man, go ahead, dude.
Yeah, like,
show me what I
mean?
did.
Like you know what I mean? And like she was already like down on the deal. You know?
Was she on the ground? Or like?
Nah, she's standing up.
She's standing up.
Yeah, she's standing up, and she got the knife, and she's coming at me. You know what I mean? And so like I grabbed the knife like that.
Court, can you do me a favor? Yeah. Can you set this outside the room for me?
Yeah.
What arm does she have the knife in? What hand?
Dude, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these cuffs off as soon as I put that. We're not gonna smoke in my building though, okay? But we'll get you back out there to smoke here in a second. Anyways.
So anyways, like she's coming at me.
Hold on 1 second.
She's coming at me with the knife, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm you gotta remember now, I'm sitting down.
Where are you sitting?
On the couch.
On the couch?
There was one across the one right here, you know.
Could you draw me like a picture of the room and the house that you live in? Can you draw that for me? Man, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I just gotta wrap my hand around.
You know I can.
I just gotta wrap my head around it, okay? Let's see. So right here like this. Okay? And here's a Sharpie.
Alright, so look, check it out. The couch is right here. Right.
Okay.
There's another.
Where's the front door?
Right here. There's the front door right here. Alright, so she's right here, you know what I mean?
Where are you?
I'm right here. It's me. Alright, so, and she's right here. So, like, I'm sitting down, and, like, when I see her come up, she's got the knife, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? She's talking.
Can you put an X where you are?
Yeah, I'm right here.
And put an X where she is, or a 0 or something. Like tic-tac-toe, man. Just show me two different
She's
things.
right here, right? So, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And I see the knife in her hand, and so she gets up, and she's like, well, like, what the fuck? And then, like, you know what I mean? About whatever, dope, money, you know what I mean? And I'm like, the fuck are you talking about, first of all? So, you know what I mean? And so she comes at me, and I'm like, you know what I mean? The only thing I think I can do is, like, you know, like, fucking do something, you know what I mean? So, like I said, I come and I get her, I restrain her, you know what I mean? She's going crazy, and I'm telling her, hey, let go of the knife. Let go of the knife. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big.
So she's got the knife over here. You get up and go over there.
Like right there in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, like cause she's
y'all
already
meet in the middle. What
she's
happens?
Already up. Like you know.
If I'm her and I've got this knife,
right.
What happens?
So I get her like this, and then I spin her down that way, and like I'm telling her, hey, let go of the knife. Let go of the knife.
Right.
And she's like, nah, you know what I mean? So like, and I got her like that.
You
like,
just stay on me like a
like the side of the couch, like I'm going down on her like that.
Like this?
Yeah. Well, see, I'm going down on her, and like she's trying to like come with the knife.
Right.
But when I have her like right here in her arms, like like her fucking like her arms like started twisting because I wanted to get the knife. Right.
She going up with the knife? Or down with the knife?
Like coming, it's still coming up.
Still right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, like I got her arms, like her hands right here, like this, but her fucking elbows and shit are like.
She's trying to get away from you.
Like not trying to get away from, like trying to get, you know what I mean? And I'm telling her, let go of the knife. Like I'm not gonna do nothing to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not gonna do anything to you. You know what I mean? And
what's she saying?
She's doing all that growling shit. Like,
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
like, and when I have her down like this, and I'm like trying to go, like. She's already coming back up like with her hips and like
right. She's trying to lift you back up.
Yeah, but she is like off the ground, but like high in the motherfucker. Like you know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? Like that's not normal. You know what I mean? Because like the way she stands, like you know what I mean? Right. And I'm still trying to do it, and I'm trying to tell her, stop.
Right.
I'm telling her, stop, dude. I'm telling her, stop. You know what I mean? Let go of the knife, man. I'm like, you know what I mean? Don't fucking do this to me. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? And then she's like. Continue like that, and like all I could do, like you know what I mean. If there was anything, if I would let go or did anything besides, all I could do was just to fucking grab. You know what I mean? And for some reason, it was right there, man. And that's all I could do was just, you know what I mean. At just one time, and just.
Kind of show us how it happened. That you remember. She's trying to get
right, and so she's down like this, right? And I got her, and then finally, like I'm on top, you know what I mean? And I'm telling her stop, you know what I mean? And she's coming at me with a knife. She's still coming at me, and like you know what I mean? All I do is I grab the gun like that, and I tell her to fucking stop. And like when she comes like that, like to
like this,
yeah, like that. All I could do was just, you know what I mean?
Just squeeze the trigger.
Yes, sir.
One time.
One time.
And where to hit her?
In the head.
Where at in the head?
One here inside.
Andres claimed that there'd been a struggle, that he had to fight Camille for control of a knife. But his body told an entirely different story, since there wasn't a single sign of injury. Not a scratch, not a bruise. Forensics revealed an even darker truth. It showed that Camille had been shot at close range. So close that the burn from the gun barrel had been seared into her skin. The bullet entered through her temple and then embedded itself in the frame of a chair. That detail alone was horrifying, and it meant that Camille was lying down when she got shot, likely asleep, and she never saw it coming. After killing her, Andreas wrapped her up in his own filthy bedsheets, and then, like trash, he packed her into a plastic storage bin and then drove her body 8 miles out, dumping her in a dumpster just on the edge of San Angelo. Back at Andreas's house, detectives found the crime scene that he had tried to erase. His brown couch was soaked in blood, deep into the wood. There was the smell of pine glow everywhere. They even recovered bed sheets and comforters identical to the ones that Camille had been wrapped in. But the knife that Andreas claimed Camille used to attack him was never found. The 9mm Smith & Wesson handgun recovered from Andreas' trunk during the traffic stop was tested. On the grip, results showed the DNA of both Andreas and Camille. With his confession and a mountain of physical evidence against him, Andres Rios Ramirez was officially charged with the murder of Camille Garcia.
Police caught the man they believe killed Camille. Andres Ramirez was named a person of interest on Wednesday. When Ramirez was questioned about Camille's murder, he confessed.
The trial for Andres Rios Ramirez began at 9 a.m. on Monday, with both the state and defense giving their opening statements. Both sides told the jury it's not a question of who shot Camille Garcia, it's a question of whether or not it was in self-defense.
During the trial, Andres Rios Ramirez's defense team made a bold decision to not call a single witness to testify on his behalf. Truthfully, it's hard to imagine it would have made much difference. Instead, what the jury heard was a long list of testimonies, none in Andreas' favor. Correctional officers from the Tom Green County Jail took the stand, describing his behavior behind bars, and it was nothing short of hostile. Andres had been caught with contraband on multiple occasions, gotten into fights, threatened jailers, and even talked about throwing urine at them. His attitude showed zero remorse. Ultimately, on Wednesday, the 18th of September 2019, Andres Rios Ramirez was found guilty of first-degree murder. The very next day, he was sentenced to life in prison for the killing of Camille Garcia. Now, if you think this case was horrific, you need to check out my video on the evil wife who almost got away with murder.